Hi, I'm Heather Forbes, and I've joined with HeartSmart in an effort to help students have a successful transition back to school and to help you support your students. This pandemic has been hard on all of us. Not one of us hasn't had our lives turned upside down because of it. My specialty is working with students who have been impacted by trauma, and I'm certain that transitioning back to school for all of our students is going to be quite the event. In simple terms, this pandemic has and still is a traumatic event. What is important to know is that after an experience of trauma, transitions can be extremely hard and challenging, and this transition back to school is no exception. One important reality about trauma is that it typically happens when transitions happen. With the COVID-19 crisis, most students went home on a Friday, and the teacher said, "See you on Monday." But there was no Monday. School shut down and students didn't return back to school. As adults, we understand why and we're able to shift and to adjust. But for most children, they don't have the ability to process such a huge shift in their lives. Some of our children will feel like we abandoned them. They'll be scared that this will happen again. They will enter your classroom with a strong sense of uncertainty. This unprocessed trauma is sure to find its way back into the classroom once students return, and that's why it's going to be so important to be emotionally available to your students. This exercise with Boris and Dave is a way to help children get in touch with their feelings and let the energy and the magnitude of this life event be processed. As you work with your students through this lesson or any other SEL lesson, I want to encourage you to be open to anything they say. Some children might be shy and a bit closed down. Let them find their right timing. They may need to find their grounding again before they're able to share and express. Never force, and don't even encourage too strongly. Just use words such as, "I'm just so glad you're here. You can finish this later." Or, "Is there anything I can do to support or help you right now?" Be gentle. Be loving. Be okay with what they are able to share right now. On the other hand, you might have students who disclose way more than what you expect. Try not to be caught off guard. You are asking them to share, and they just might. Be open to hearing what they say. Now, it's not your job to fix them, but rather just connect with them. I like to say, help them maximize their emotions. Help them to let out their feelings, not keep them stuffed inside of them. Never discount or discredit them by saying things like, "Oh, it couldn't have been that bad," or "Oh, it's over now." We all experience life situations differently, and when we teach SEL lessons, we have to be fully prepared for anything and everything our students share. The real reason that SEL lessons are so important is that we've got to let these kids let their feelings out. If they don't come out, they eventually will come out, but they'll come out at all the wrong times, like bad behaviors. Now, the most important piece of advice that I want to give to you is this. In order to support your students, you have to first be in touch with your heart. You have to get yourself regrounded too. I don't know your exact situation, but if you're a teacher, I know this without a doubt that this has been an incredibly hard 2 or 3 months for you. Make the time right now for yourself, because your students' ability to return back to school has everything to do with how well balanced you are, how much in a state of love you are. And that's the real power you have in helping your students. Your power lies within your heart and your ability to be your best. So thank you for all that you do to support, to teach, and to love children.